Good evening, hockey fans. You should be able to hear my broadcast. Oh, I really don't like the echo that I'm getting. We're at the Hayward Ice Arena. And this is one of those old-fashioned rinks. We'll see how well I can work my hands while we're still trying to go through this. If you would let me know that you are receiving, that would be awesome. You should be able to, if you are looking at this through YouTube, actually make a comment on the YouTube stream. Oh, camera went out. Sorry about that. I'm going to play with this microphone a little bit, and I'll come right back. All right, they just got done introducing the starting lineup for the Waupun Warriors. We got Okay, they just got done announcing the starting lineups for your Warriors. It's going to be Caleb Sauer in goal, number 30. Starting lineup for the Warriors is going to have Griffin Leafy at defense with, I'm not sure who we had announced at that time. I'll get it to you as soon as we get going. We have the national anthem up right now. Let's hope that you're ready now for some Warrior hockey. As your Warriors are getting ready to take on the Hayward Hurricanes. In the second game of this tournament, the first game featured KMMO versus Rice Lake, and KMMO was able to take and win that game 1-0. So the winner of this game is going to take on KMMO in the championship at 2 o'clock tomorrow, and the consolation will be at 10 o'clock. Your forwards are going to be Baron Buckles, Jarrett Buckles, and I can't remember who we had announced with him, so as soon as I see that on the ice, I'll let you know. I'm recording from an end today, so I'm not sure how well this is going to go. It's kind of a challenge. I also added a new tripod, so that's kind of silly of me to add all kinds of new things to go into a broadcast, but let's make sure that we get a chance to see some hockey. So I got Cole Camphouse is out there, and it looks like it is the full Buckles line, which is great to see out there again to start this game. That's Malachi, Jarrett, and Barron. Here we go to drop the puck. And we're playing hockey. Camphouse now tries to dump it in deep. And here goes Jared Buckles into chase. He's going to have a hard time seeing in that corner. I apologize for that. I don't think I can get up over the glass. Leafy trying to hold it in, holds it in. Gives it over to... I can't pick up numbers very easy from here either. That was Baron Buckles was able to pick it up. And the Warriors are going on a change. Held in. Hayward bounces it off the wall, and they go for a breakout. Caleb Sauer comes out to play it and clears it up. Gives it to, Caleb Baxter had a perfect opportunity, blows a wheel, and he is down injured. Colin Holtz is out there now with Carter Schramm. Carter Flagner and Carson Schramm are your defenders. Dylan Sauer now comes in at forward. It's dumped in behind. Here comes number 17 for Hayward, who gives it out to who can't pick up a number. He dumps it back into the zone. Carson Schramm tries to clear, ends up giving it to number 16. Colin Holtz picks it up. He takes and dumps it down. And Dylan Sauer on the forecheck. Hayward's able to clear it out fairly easy, gets it out to the neutral zone, dumps it in, that's number 21. Caleb Sauer now picks it up behind, gives it to Carter Flagner. Two-person forecheck, they end up picking it up. It's coming around. Carter Flagner still giving it to him. Number 4, out to center, and it goes out to Braden Van Zandt. Braden Van Zandt now is a breakout to Tyler Flagner. Flagner dumps it in. Van Zandt goes hard at the forecheck. You have Leafy and Camphouse out there as your defenders. Here comes Jared Buckles in hard. And number 15 for Hayward holds it in, and he's given to number 20. And Baron Buckles is battling hard and is able to hold it in. Malachi, Jarrett, and Barron out on the ice, and it is now cleared. Hard. One is on Hayward. Number 4. Griffin Leafy is able to give it off the board. Trick center. Over to clears it. That was Barron. And we have an offsides. And I forgot to record that entire sequence on the camera, so Coach isn't going to be very happy because I'm going to have to pull that whole thing off of YouTube. All right, face off in the Waupun zone. Caleb Baxter's back in there. Carter Flagner tries to clear it. Oh, it's a penalty on Waupun. On number 5 on Malachi. I'm not sure what the penalty was. I didn't pick that up again because I'm not paying attention. It's pretty hard to hear with these headphones in. Hayward is offsides. Waupun is again on the penalty kill right now. Out on the penalty kill is Baxter, Carson Schramm, Carter Flagner, and Colin Holtz. Hayward's trying to break it up, and the Warriors put the pressure on with their penalty kill and is able to hold it back in. Colin Holtz goes down, put pressure. Caleb Baxter now up against the wall. Dump back behind. Hayward looks to clear, is able to find it into the neutral zone, tips it back in, and Caleb Sauer should have an opportunity to play it. He does, he gives it to Carter Flagner. Flagner now goes in to dump it in. Caleb Baxter puts some forecheck pressure on, tries to hold it into the zone. Goalie is Gavin Abrick, I believe is how you pronounce it, for Hayward. He did a nice job of playing it behind. Hayward has it out into the zone, neutral zone. Griffin Leafy drives it back in. 49 seconds left on the penalty. 13:21 left in the first period, no score. Yeah, Baron Buckles now putting pressure on the puck. Jarrett waiting for the pass. Griffin Leafy. Cole Camphouse drives it back down and into the netting, so we're going to have a face-off back down here in the zone. In the neutral zone. 29 seconds left on the penalty to Malachi Buckles. Again, I'm not sure what the penalty was. I missed it. I'm just going to guess that it had to be a trip. Dylan Sauer in that center with Tyler Flagner. Sauer wins the draw, taps it forward. Flagner puts some pressure on. It's now into the Hayward zone. Cole Campos on defense. Hayward trying to get something set up here. They have not gotten a shot off yet. Now they're trying to work the cycle. Number 10 out to the top, takes a shot, tries to go on the back door, misses it wide to number 14. Griffin Leafy's playing it back. Here comes number 10. Bad angle shot. Tries to get out center. Did a nice job of centering it. He just whiffed on it. Hayward is down behind, trying to get it set up, and the Warriors do a nice job of clearing it. Tyler Flagner gives it to Dylan Sauer, who has his stick knocked out of his hand. Braden Bandizan now hard on the forecheck. Tries to pick up the puck. Hayward tries to clear. Here comes number 15. 15 gives it up to number 20. Held into the zone by Carson Schramm. Schramm gives it to Dylan Sauer. Sauer pulls it into the corner. Now here comes Hayward with control. He's going to be skating it into the neutral zone. He dumps it in on net wide. Warriors having a hard time getting it broke out and getting a shot on goal as of yet. Caleb Baxter now chips it out of the zone, and here goes Carson Schramm with pressure to Colin Holtz. Holtz has it blocked in front and gloved by the goalie Arpick. Abrick. 11:43 left in the first period. That's the first shot that the Warriors have had on goal. Colin Holtz in center, loses it, but then Carson Schramm goes and chips it back in. Carter Flagner now picks it up, takes it back into his zone, and clears all the way down. That's going to be an icing. It is not an icing. He said that they could have played it. Abrick gives it to his defenseman, now held in there by Caleb Baxter. Baxter gives it to Holtz. Holtz takes a shot and stuck away. And it's Abrick. 11:22 left in the first period. 0-0. Out on the ice is the Buckles line. Jarrett loses it. Picked up by Hayward, who comes crashing hard into the neutral zone. Cole Campos blocks it, and then a shot at Caleb Sauer. And it's off. Bad. Caleb did not have the pipe covered and gives up an easy goal at 11:11. In the first period. First shot on goal goes in. Hayward was able to bring it into the zone, took a shot, it was blocked by Campos, went right back to the Hayward forward. I still can't understand what the announcer had said. I got that Walsh was an assist. I'm not sure who scored the goal. There's a whistle. Net was kicked off. Warriors just had a great opportunity to take a shot. 10:56. Warriors are down 1-0 to the home team Hayward. Wasn't anything special. Just Caleb, I don't think, was ready for it. Got caught off his post, had it wide open, and one. Flagner tries to fling it at the net, comes out with a rebound and a shot on net, and Jared Buckles. Gloved by the goalie Abrick. We have the Buckles line out there on offense with Barron and Jared is at center. Malachi is out on right wing. We have the Buckles Carter Flagner is at one defense, and it looks like Carson Schramm is the other defender. 10:50 left in the first period. Jared punches it forward to Barron. Barron tries to center it. The goalie Abrams is ready for it. Here comes a pinch by the defense, holds it in. Schramm dumps it back in, but it's offsides. And now here comes number 21. Poked away, back. Carson Schramm tries to stick handle, gives it off to Baron Buckles. Buckles goes to dump it in, and it's going to be an icing. 10:25 left in the first period. Warriors are down 1-0. So there's a different advantage point up here, up in a crow's nest that's out in the corner over the locker room. Dylan Sauer in center, Tyler Flagner, and Van is at Leafy to Tyler Flagner. Tries to get out of the zone, held in by the defense. Leafy picks it up back in the corner, tries to give it out to Cole Camphouse. Here's a breakout. The Warriors are able to try and get it out of the zone and chip back in. Now it is out of the zone. Hayward picks it up, tries to take a shot towards the net. Leafy gives chase, but it's picked up by Hayward. Hayward takes a shot. Sauer covers the post this time. Now there goes Tyler Flagner trying to get it out. Does get it out of the zone. Dylan Sauer trying to put pressure on. Misses. And it's checked away by Cole Camphouse. Now Leafy goes behind. Goes for the breakout. Goes to Caleb Baxter, but again held in by Hayward and frozen by Caleb. Sauer freezes the puck at 9:38 in the first period with the Warriors down 1-0. See if I can get some stats up here for Hayward. See where this is sitting as far as their typical games. Carson Schramm with a hard check. Gives it out to Colin Holtz. Colin Holtz gives it to Caleb Baxter, and I have another icing. 9:20. Back down in the zone for the Warriors. 9:20 left in the first period. I'm just going to give you a heads-up warning right off the bat that I'm at the crow's nest, and it's pretty hard for me to run the camera and the microphone and try and look for numbers and stats. Doing my best to make sure that you get a chance to see this. Baxter, breakout. This is Colin Holtz. Colin Holtz is able to pick it up, take it into the zone. Warriors are trying to set up their offense, and it goes wide. Carter Flagner dumps, gives it to Colin Holtz, off of the boards. Warriors kind of look just discombobulated. My understanding is they kind of got lost on their bus ride here. Carter Flagner now picks it up, goes behind the net. Goes to Caleb Baxter. Baxter looks for the chip to give it to Jared Buckles. Jared is able to pick it up out of the zone, tries to clear it. Carter Flagner is hit hard. Jared Buckles now, 3 Hayward Hurricanes on him. Hayward goes to set it up. Cole Camphouse tries to chip it away, is able to bring it down into the corner, and he's going to try and set it up behind the net. He sees an open ice in the middle, skates through, is able to take it, is able to get the puck, but ends up turning it over to Hayward. Kind of some concern as we were watching and talking to the boys at the hotel for a little bit because they had arrived late. They sat on the bus for over 6 hours. Tyler Flagner now comes in crashing hard, dumps it over to Baron Buckles. Buckles goes to try and center. 7:40 left in the first period. It's centered and no shot opportunity. Here's Griffin Leafy giving chase, and it's cleared out to the side and out of the neutral zone and slammed back in to Hayward. Caleb Sauer now controls it. Leafy sets it up, goes for a fire breakout, gives it to Malachi, who chips it into the zone. Abrick plays it around, is able to play it up off of the board, and now Braden Van Azan tries to hold it in, and ends up popping out of the zone. Warriors are kind of playing like that. They don't have the legs after sitting on a bus for 6 hours. They're doing a good job of trying to control the puck, but we certainly aren't getting any stick-to-stick passes, and we're not getting ourselves set up normally. We look like we're kind of out of sorts a little bit. 6:55 left in the first period. They have it down now for 2 shots each. As I was saying before, the Hurricanes of Hayward. During the season, they have outscored 31-30 in the first period, their opponents. We now have Carter Schramm, Carter Flagner on the defense. Schramm gives it over to Flagner. Flagner tries to get it out. Schramm out to Caleb Baxter. Baxter's trying to get it in, and it's held into the neutral zone. Carson Schramm goes wide, gives it over to Colin Holtz. Holtz trying to hold it in, and chipped off by Hayward. Hayward now gives it out to the center. Tries to dump it in, gives, and instead now here comes the Warriors. Mid-slot shot there from Hayward. Hayward's defenseman takes a shot. Goes wide. Cleared by the Warriors. Down. Warriors just haven't had any clean opportunities here until right now. Here Jared has an opportunity. Gets bumped off the puck. Abrick picks it over into the corner. Barron buckles there. Ends up losing it. And Hayward tries to clear out his zone, but Griffin Leafy is there to hold it. Centered. Jared Buckles was there in the center. Now Barron is rubbed off of the puck. Malachi trying to hold it in. Warriors' best chance right here, it seems like. And Hayward clears. And it could be an icing. And it is. It's the first icing of the game for Hayward. 5:38 left in the first period. Your Warriors are losing 1-0 to the Hayward Hurricanes. Two shots apiece. I think that's about right, too, what I was taking a look at here. Warriors win it out to Camphouse. Camphouse fires it at the net wide. Leafy goes to pick it up. Leafy picks it up, gives it back behind the net, does center. Now here goes Hayward. Full Camphouse does a good job. Dump back. Nice job by the back check. Jerk all the way out to Malachi. Malachi now with an opportunity, gets it into the zone, into the corner. He doesn't have any help, so he's going to do his best to hold it into the zone until he gets some Warrior supporters. Held in. And a slap shot wide by Tyler Flagner. And now Hayward goes to set it up and clear. Warriors still holding in the zone with Tyler Flagner. Sets up another slap shot, and it's taken away by Tyler Flagner. 4:50 in the first period. Your Warriors are losing 1-0. Just also a heads up here that I'm not sure that I'll end up having to switch links. If I do, just take a look at that Facebook page. Make sure that you're trying to fire me some text messages or a phone call. Warriors now win the faceoff, hold it into the zone. Carter Flagner on defense, trying to hold it in. Carson Schramm now behind the net. Dumps it back to Carter Flagner. Flagner to the breakout. Over to Van Azan. Van Azan to Dylan Sauer. Here's an opportunity for the Warriors. Howard right down the middle had a chance. Takes it into the corner. Dumps it off there. Tyler Flagner's got his man pinned. Trying to win the puck. Sauer and Flagner battling hard with the two Hurricanes. Sauer does pick it up. Has an opportunity to center it. Gives it a center, and it's not quite tipped in by Van Azan, who's playing in front of the net. And then you have Flagner. Flagner to Dylan Sauer, who has an opportunity and misses. Doesn't get the shot off. He's tied up. Van Azan. To Carson Schramm, who dumps it back in. Van Azan trying to hold it in. Loses an edge. And the Hurricanes now have a quick breakout. And it should be a potential icing, but not. Hurricanes know their own ice. Carter Flagner. Flagner now has control. Gives it to Caleb Baxter. Baxter goes to dump it in. And now Colin Holtz gets it. Back around to Baxter. Carson Schramm is in the center. All the way out to Griffin Leafy. Leafy takes a shot and a chance for the tip, and it is opportunity right there. The puck was laying out front, and the Warriors missed an opportunity. 3:15 left in the first period. Let's see if the Warriors can try and get this thing evened up here before the end of the period. Leafy gives it out to Colin Holtz. Holtz now has control, tries to dump it in and loses it off of his stick. Holtz has control, gives it back to Cole Camphouse. Camphouse dumps it into the corner. Abrick picks it up. Hurricanes trying to get it out. Are not able to. Caleb Baxter is able to hold it in. I know you can't see it that well on the glass. I can't either, but he does wrap it around. Gives it to Jarrett. To Colin. Opportunity missed. Here we go with the Warriors to set it up again. Malachi all the way out to Jarrett. Jarrett now has the opportunity. Tries to dance it in, and it's cleared by Abrick. To the corner. Warriors still hold it in. I believe that's Carter Flater. It is. He took it in. Gave it to Jarrett. Jarrett now has it. He's trying to work it in. Not very good camera work there. Sorry about that. Trying to watch at the same time. Carter Flater wraps it. And a perfect opportunity to feed. And a nice shot by Malachi. Abrick is able to read that coming on the back door. Warriors were set up beautifully and ended up driving right into Abrick's midsection. 2:01 left in the first period. Warriors are out shooting, but they are losing on the scoreboard. 1-0. Dylan Sauer, Tyler Flagner, Braden Van de Zan, with Carter Flagner and Carson Schramm. Hayward takes control, tries to get it out of the zone. Carter Flagner is able to hold, and then it chips out. And back out to Flagner. Flagner trying to work it, sets it in the center, gives it to Dylan Sauer, who tries to take control, and now Carter Flagner again goes and drives it in. Flagner down in the corner, trying to put pressure on. Hayward is able to chip it out of the zone. Flagner is out there. He's not very happy, I think, and he's been skating all over the place. Let's hope that he still has legs left in the third period. Warriors on a change. Here comes Colin Holtz trying to put pressure on. Hayward is able to grab it. Griffin Leafy with a check. And now Caleb Baxter picks it up. Baxter looking for a breakout. Doesn't have a partner. He goes and decides to skate it and then turns it over to number 23. Now it goes back to Baxter. Baxter with Schramm. 1 minute left. Off of Leafy's stick, here comes the Hayward skater trying to skate in. That's number 7. Leafy ends up losing it. So a couple of stick checks. Oh, and the Haywards had Caleb all discombobulated, had an opportunity there, and just lost it. Now Baxter loses it behind the net. Hayward here putting on all kinds of pressure at the end of the period when we needed our Warriors to try and get this score even. Out to the center, high slot. Now it's picked up by Schramm. Schramm has an opportunity, gives it to Baxter, and he loses it off of his stick to the defenseman. Now it's Flagner. With 23 seconds left, goes out wide and gives it to Caleb Baxter. Baxter takes it into the zone. Flagner picks it up on a drop, takes a shot. Wide. Schramm goes for it, loses it, and now we have a 2-on-1. It goes wide. St. Caleb with a nice save on the backside. Was again another centering shot. And that ends your first period with your Warriors losing 1-0. 2 saves for Sauer. Abrick with 5, and he has the shutout going at this time. Just again, make sure that you please check the Facebook link. Let me know if you are back on. I think I can see it, but sometimes it doesn't tell me. Warriors at the end of the first period. As a quick recap, I did not get who had scored, but at 11:11 left in the first period, Hayward was able to get a breakaway. Not really a breakaway, I guess not. I wouldn't say that. They were able to bring it into the zone. He tried to make a shot on net, blocked by Cole Camphouse. Camphouse then was unable to pick it up, and the skater from Hayward was able to pick it up and able to take a bad angle shot, and Caleb didn't have the post covered, and it fell in right off of his back. So your Warriors are down 1-0, just like that. All right, that's the end of the first period. I will return here shortly. Thank you for listening to